Good morning. Welcome to another memory plan with me. This week I am memory planning June 23rd to the 29th, and I'm using a kit from the Prairie Planner called School. So, this was our last week of work. This is when the students were also done, and I didn't know which kit to use. I have a lot of really great kits, but I didn't know which one to use to kind of signify that. So, I used this one. And I'm hoping, I was a little worried because when I go back to work in the fall, I don't know if there's going to be other back to school kits put out by shops. I'm hoping there is. So I just wanted to use this one because it's school related and it has like summery colors. So I thought it just worked perfect. Um, I realized that this is not focused. You can't even really see any of the full boxes. I don't know. I'm a hot mess, but we're just going to roll with it. So, like I said, this was the last week of work. The teachers were done on Friday, and the students and support staff were done on Wednesday. So, us teachers still had an extra 2 days of work on Thursday, Friday, but it was fine. It is what it is. And it was a very exhausting week. I was tired. I was really tired this week. I even took naps, and I'm not even a person that naps very often, but there was just a lot going on that I needed to get done before the summer break. So, anyways, besides that, everything else has been going well. My emotions have been sort of better. I haven't had any more anxiety, panic attacks, or anything like that. So the forest fire situation has gotten better as well. So that's great. Um, I don't know what else to really say about this week except that I just realized I didn't fill something out. I'm looking at it, but I'm really happy that I was able to pull in some scripts because I haven't really been doing that either. And I ordered some new custom ones from the Prairie Planner, so I'm glad that I was able to use those as well. So, going by day on Monday, I'm marking the first thing I did was read, and I'm using this book sticker that came with a kit. And then I'm using a read script, custom script from the Planner Prairie. And then I'm marking work using the flag that came with the kit and the laptop that came with the kit. And this work script is from a Happy Planner book that I had bought quite a while ago. It was like just a book full of scripts, and I haven't used them up yet, so I found those in there. And then that day I did a big classroom cleanup, so I got rid of a lot of stuff. I just purged and I cleared off the bulletin board, so I'm using a cleaning bucket from the kit. And then after work, I went home and I watched We Were Liars. I remember I read the book, but I didn't finish it. I DNF'd that book. I wasn't really interested in the book. And then when I watched the show, I found the show to be better. And I mean, of course, that's just my opinion. And then I took a nap after I watched the show, and I'm using this paper and Malcolm sticker to mark that. And then I played Apex when I woke up, and I'm using this paper Shire sticker to mark how I played Apex. And then I had a script for that from the Prairie Planner. And then I went to bed early, so I'm using the bed sticker from the kit. So, like, I basically woke up to play Apex and went back to bed. And on Tuesday, I'm marking that I read first thing again using another book sticker. This is not from the kit. I had to pull this one, and the blue is a little more bright than the other colors, but it's fine. And using another read script from the Prairie Planner. And then I'm marking work the same way using another flag from the kit and the community. I mean the computer monitor from the kit, as well as another work script from that Happy Planner book. And then after work this day, I went to get ice cream. So I am using this sticker, Jeannie, I think she's called, to mark that. And I don't know. It must have been really hot this day. I can't remember. We had some really hot days. And then the second half of Tuesday, I went home to play Apex, and I'm using another Paper Shire sticker to mark that. This one has gray hair, and another Apex script sticker from the Prairie Planner. And then after that, I'm just marking that me and my husband had cuddles, and this is me just trying to refocus because it always was losing focus. And to mark cuddles, I'm using this Fox and Cactus sticker, and cuddle script is also from the Prairie Planner. And then I went to bed early. This was the other thing too. I was going to bed super early this week. Using this, I don't know where this sticker's from. It came with a huge bundle of leftovers I bought from somebody, but just marking that I went to bed early. And then moving on to Wednesday, I am marking, of course, that I read, and I'm using another book sticker from the Prairie Planner and the read script from the Prairie Planner. And this was the students' last day of school, so I'm using this Coffee Monsters Co. emoji sticker holding balloons to mark that. Just celebrating with them that, yay, they are finished. Not me, but they were. Then I took them to the splash park again this day. The weather wasn't very hot, but it was decent enough. And then after that, they had a school-wide race, so I'm using the shoe from the kit to mark that. And then I went to the staff social after work using these balloon stickers to mark that. Had a few drinks, had wings, not too crazy. Then I went home, and when I went home, it started raining, and then there was a severe thunderstorm that night. And we've been having severe thunderstorms, I think, for like 4 days following that every single night. It was really weird. And then on to Thursday, marking that I read first thing using another book sticker from the Prairie Planner, and then using this. I think this is the Coffee Monsters Go, but I'm not sure. It actually could be Once More with Love, actually, now that I'm looking at it closer, to mark that we had meetings. It's like a meeting sticker. And I couldn't find my script. I had scripts for this, and I was having trouble finding it, but I did eventually find it. A meeting script from Sticky Sloth Designs, who is no longer open. I'm just finally, I had a hard time peeling it up too, because you know when stickers sit so long, they like stick to. I don't know. I had a hard time peeling it up, but there it is. And then I went to McDonald's for lunch, so I'm using this Kel's Creation Girl to mark that. And then marking Tim Hortons using a coffee cup from the kit, as well as the Tim Hortons script custom sticker from the Prairie Planner. And then I played Apex, and I love these cute controllers. These are from a shop called 3 Years Apart, and I ordered so many of these sheets because they have white ones that go with almost everything, of course, and then they have other colors too, and they're so cute. They're like the perfect size for those little things. And then I watched We Were Liars again using another TV from the kit. And then moving on to Friday, which was my last day of work, I woke up super early. Every time I wake up before my alarm clock, I do mark it as waking up early, even though I wake up early regardless. But I did use the alarm clock from the kit, and then I had these custom-made scripts from the Prairie Planner. And then I read, and as I was looking for something, I found these cute little books that I forgot I had ordered from Kel's Creations, and it's so cute. It's perfect size also for the little things, marking that, and then read again with a script from the Prairie Planner. And this day at work, I just finished cleaning my classroom and putting up everything because I have to do a deep clean, so we have to put up all our stuff in the shelves and all that, get everything off the floor. So I'm using the spray bottle from the kit to mark that, and this clean stuff sticker is it's a leftover from a glam planner kit. And then I marked that I went to Arby's just using the spoon and fork from the kit. And then I went back to work after lunch to do more planning so that I'm not so lost in the fall when I go back. So I kind of just do a little bit of planning for that. And then I'm using this emoji sticker carrying balloons and marking that I'm free for this summer. And then I went home and finished watching We Were Liars. I did finish it that day. Like I said, I really like the show more than the book, which is really rare to say. On to Saturday, I'm marking that I actually slept in. This is another thing that I have to mark when it happens because very rarely do I sleep in. So I'm using a script from the Prairie Planner, and that emoji is from the Coffee Monsters Co. in the onesie. And then I'm marking Tim Hortons using this coffee cup from Starlight Paper Co. and the Tim Hortons script from the Prairie Planner. And then I'm just marking that I planned using the stickers that came with the kit and a plan script from that same sticker book that I was talking about earlier. And then on to the second half of Saturday, I did go get my hair done, and I was not having trouble, but I needed to cut down the sticker. At this point, I was pulling in other full boxes and stuff from other leftover stashes because I had run out of everything else. But the colors might not exactly match, but they're fine. So this is one that I had to pull in, and I'm marking that I went and got my hair done using this paper shire sticker to mark that, and then went for coffee with one of my friends. And then, of course, I went to go play bingo with my aunt. Me and my aunt go every Saturday or Sunday, pretty much. Not every, I shouldn't say every, but most. And I'm finally getting to use one of those bingo scripts that I ordered. And then moving on to Sunday, marking that I was really tired this day. So I went from like up early to sleeping in to being super tired. So I am using, I can't remember where that girl's from, but that Tired AF script sticker is from a shop called Holly Linco, who is no longer open. And then I did planning, so I used the planner sticker from the kit and the plan script also from the sticker book, the Happy Planner sticker book. And then I'm marking that I went and got Tim Hortons again using another paper shire buddy and Tim Hortons script. And I was having trouble with the spacing. I think I was just trying to squeeze in too many things, but I did play Apex, and I'm using this. It looks, I think it's a switch, but I don't know how to explain where I got it from. It's from the Prairie Planner, but it's like in the colorway icon sheet that she had. I don't even know if she still has them. I didn't see them. Anyways, I went and got my nails done this day, so I'm using the nail polish bottle from the kit. And then I needed to fix the spacing, or I needed to make sure the spacing was right, so that's why I'm kind of putting things everywhere. But this day we ran errands because we were leaving the following day somewhere, so I need to make sure everything was done. So I'm using the car sticker from the kit. And then of course we cleaned the apartment because, like I said, we were leaving, so we always like to clean before we leave. And I'm using the vacuum sticker from the kit, and that clean stuff is another leftover from Glam Planner. And the final thing I marked there was that I had neck pain because I slept on my, I don't know, I slept weird, and so I had neck pain from, and I'm using a sticker from Paper Shire. And this is me trying to focus. It's not working, but anyways, thanks for stopping by.